All we want from Denmark for national and international security and to keep our very energetic and dangerous potential enemies at bay is this land on which we're going to build the greatest golden dome ever built. We're building a golden dome that's going to, just by its very nature, going to be defending Canada. Canada gets a lot of freebies from us, by the way. They should be grateful also, but they're not. I watched your Prime Minister yesterday. He wasn't so grateful. But they should be grateful to us. Canada lives because of the United States. Remember that, Mark, the next time you make your statements.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 21, verse 25. The heart of fools is in their mouth, but the mouth of the wise is in their heart. When the ungodly curseth Satan, he curseth his own soul. Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is the Brother Kahan from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp here in Trinidad with another edification through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Alright, so first and foremost, Kal Halayam La Alahaya Nawa Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai Bahasham Rakah Kodash Barakata Yahweh Barakata Yahushai Barakata Yahweh Barakata Yahushai Barakata Yahweh Barakata Yahushai. Double honors unto the apostles, the bishops, the elders, a great millstone that rule well. Yeah, salutation unto the brothers who preach and teach in the truth through the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and their freedom to do so no more than ever. Shalom unto the speckled bird Israelites, and shalom unto the very few but faithful Akwat, which is the sisters that listening and learning. The title of this edification is "This Man is Speaking Like a Real Gangster." Yeah? A real, according to Ninja Man, real bad man. You understand? This man is speaking like a real gangster. Your boy Nero 47, aka DJ Trump. You understand? This is what it is here. You understand? And it's just only going to bring him to his demise. You know, he's showing according to it's Daniel 7. Let me go down. Bear with me, eh? Bear with me. Bear with me. Just bear with me. All right. So this is the scripture here that I was looking for, which is Daniel 7:20. I want to go straight to the point. You know. So it says Daniel 7:20, and the 10 horns, all right, that 10 horns, which is the beast, which is the European Union and NATO, all right, and of the 10 horns there were in his head another of the other Salakia which came up, and before whom three fell. All right, which was Portugal, Spain, France, Great Britain. All right, even of that horn that had eyes, which is speaking of America, that eyes goes into, it symbolizes wisdom, and a mouth that speak very great things. All right, that speak very great things. Whose look was more stout than his fellows. So this man, you know, he is speaking stout. All right, he's speaking like a gangster. All right, these nations ought to watch themselves, and they ought to be very grateful. You know, don't bite the hands that feed you, whatnot, so forth, so forth. You know, take a look at what we did to particular nations, and we could also do it to you if you don't walk in line with us, whatnot, so forth. And the thing about it is, he is not just reserving that stoutness for his enemies, such as Russia, China, Iran especially, but he's also implicating, all right, pursuant to his stoutness, you know, his harsh speech. He's also implicating it onto his allies. You understand? There's what it is here. So basically, it's like, you know, you all of the European Union and what have you, so forth, and Canada, you know, all you NATO nations and what have you, you all better fall in line. All right? I am the head nigger in charge. Basically, that's what it is. And the more and more, you know, that he is doing that, the more and more he is pushing forth such that gangsterism persona. It's just isolating them. America, that is. They are just being more and more isolated. And pretty soon they're going to stand on their own. They will have to stand on their own. You understand? This is what it is here. Because he is not showing he's not showing true friendship. Alright, he's not showing true friendship. There is a scripture in Sirach. I can't remember the exact chapter and I don't want to waste time. Alright, so let me see scripture in Sirach. Concerning alright, so Sirach 37. Alright, so let's look at Sirach 6 and 14. Yes, no? Yep, let's look at Sirach 6 and 14, and we could also go to Sirach 37. Alright? Let's take a look at Sirach 6 and 14 first. Alright, so Sirach 6 and 14. Alright, a matter of fact, let's see something from 1. Alright, I could start from 1. I could read 1. I could start from 1. Alright, I could read from 1 and then I will go down to the point. Alright, so Sirach 6 and 1, it reads, instead of a friend, become not an enemy, for thereby thou shalt inherit an ill name, shame and reproach, even shall a sinner that have a double tongue. Alright, so you have to watch your friends. Alright, you have to watch your friends. A matter of fact, let me get this in the GNT. Sirach 6 and 14. Alright. Alright. Sirach 6 and 14, 6 and 1, Salakia, GNT. No, what the hell are doing? A matter of fact, what the hell are doing? 6 and 1, and then I will go to 6 and 14. Sirach 6 and 1. Right, good. Right, good. Sirach 6 and 1. It reads, and do not be an enemy when you should be a friend. A bad reputation brings the disgrace that lying sinners deserve. Yeah? Yeah? And do not be an enemy when you should be a friend. This is the thing. Here it is. You have an alliance. You are the leader of an alliance where you all supposed to be friends, supposed to be friends and you know strengthening the brotherhood amongst you all right. But here it is, you are pushing forth a gangster persona, all right, a gangster persona, a bullying. You are being a bully to your own friends, which is actually being, you're making yourself an enemy. I don't know if any, well, the older brothers, they will know. Younger brothers, they might know about a movie called Juice, all right, which was starring it's Omar Epps is his name, and Omar Epps and Tupac. You know, it was a movie about four friends, all right, and Tupac, you know, who was his role, his name was Bishop in the movie, all right. Bishop, you know, all the time Bishop was good with them, with the three other individuals. They were good friends and what have you, so forth. And you know, Bishop managed to get a gun within his possession, you know, and he started to bully his own friends, you know. I believe in the movie he had even killed one of them. All right, he had even killed one of them, you know, and you know, they were living in fear, all right, because Bishop ended up becoming a bully. But to make a long story short, it reached to the point where the friends had was to turn on him, all right, and one in, you know, Omar Ep, you know, I forget what's his name in the movie, but you know, to make a long story short, Epps ended up having to put him to death. You understand? And this is what the scripture pursuant to which we're going to get. All right, Revelation 17:16. You know, Obadiah 1 and I think it's 5 or 6. All right. Pursuant to your own friends that is going to turn against you, and you know, have no choice but to what? But to put it to death. Because your persona and your bullying tactics and what have you, so forth, you know, your friends are having a double mind towards you now. All right? Because you're not pushing that brotherly love. Hey, again, pursuing to the video that I did Saturday last, you know, Saturday or Sunday, I believe it was Sunday, you know, yes, Sunday. All right, the fruits of the wicked. That is also an attribute of the fruit of the wicked, the fruits of the wicked. Okay, so it says let me go down to the point now. Let me see if I can get verse 14 here. Yeah, I will stay right here. Verse 14. A loyal friend is like a safe shelter. Find one and you have found a treasure. All right? When this alliance had started up, this NATO alliance had started up and whatnot, so forth, you know, and all, you know, the policies within this alliance and whatnot, so forth, you know, this thing was actually built to be a shelter amongst themselves from the other nations that is outside of the alliance, i.e. Russia. Because that's what NATO was built for. All right? To be a stance against Russia, to shelter themselves against USSR. You understand? But now we are at a point, where the leader, because he has that big stick, because he has that hammer, all right, just as the analogy I give with the movie Juice, as soon as Bishop get that 38 in his hand, it's like all power, and he start to exact that power upon his own friends and bully them and what have you, so forth. It's the same thing with Babylon the Great, same thing with America. We have to be real, Despite that the hammer may be rusty, but still, it still have some fight in it. It still have a significant fight within it, level of fight within it, And with that being said, seeing that they have that fight within them, Shalom, seeing that they have that fight within them, they are exacting that bullying tactic on the other, on their own allies. You understand? So what has taken place now is that their allies are seeing that they no longer have a shelter. They no longer have that shelter that they once had. All right, because the big brother, the leader of the whole organization, of the whole alliance, the whole friendship, is now carrying out bullying tactics, strong arm tactics upon them. All right? That is why, the scripture speaks of choosing your friends. I believe I had to go to Sirach 37. Let me see something here with Sirach. I'm going to come to here. Sirach 37. Let me see if I'm one. Let me see. All right? Yeah. Sirach 37 and 1, it reads, every friend saith, I am his friend also, but there is a friend which is only a friend in name. All right? And this is what you're seeing pursuant to Trump and NATO and the EU and what have you, so forth. They're calling this, on one hand they're saying we are all friends and what have you, so forth, but really and truly, they are just a friend in name. All right? They are just a friend in name. And there's where it is here. They are not showing true friendship. All right? Hey, this just goes to show, man. This just goes to show. All right? That is why the scripture say, if Satan, a city that is divided, cannot stand. You understand? A city that is divided cannot stand. Yeah? So let's go to the last two scriptures because I intend to take long with this. This is just to show, So we go into the relevant scriptures pursuant to prophecy of this whole alliance and what will take place because of the bullying tactics, because he is showing that he's more stouter. Alright? He's showing that he's more stout than his fellows. Alright? Speaking such great words and what have you, so forth, which actually, words of strong arm tactics. Alright? Revelation 17 and 16, it reads, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with what? Burn her with fire. For Yahweh hath put it in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled. All right, and the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which is America, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. All right, but her end is at hand. All right, her destruction is at hand. This is what it is. So all that bullying and what have you, so forth, all that strong arm tactics that they are using upon their own allies, all right, is going to come back to haunt them in the very end. This is what it is. But the thing about it is, this man, he is speaking like a real gangster. So hey, I hope you all are edified through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Your brother Kahan from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp, signing out, saying call Halayam La Allah Hayanawa Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakah Kodash Barakata Yahweh Shai Barakata Yahweh Shai Barakata Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the apostles, the bishops, the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Salutation unto the brothers who preach and teach the truth throughout the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and freedom to do so now more than ever. Shalom unto the speckled blood Israelites, and unto the very few but faithful Akwat, we say shalom, shalom, shalom.